All right, we're good to go.
All right. So what did professional development look like throughout your teaching career? What did you do personally to kind of grow as a teacher?
I think most of the stuff that was done originally when I first started teaching was there wasn't as many professional days they have now. So I think that what we did do at the time is the professional days were usually done in they used to in the school district I was in Delta. They would have 2 or 3 days a year that they would do in-house, and most of the time it was sort of left up to us. And then they used to have one that was district-wide where they used to bring in professionals from outside of the district and then you signed up for things that you wanted to do. As I kind of, like over the 10 years that I was teaching in the school system, I found that they allowed us to go where I found it sort of changed in that we went off the site of the school quite a bit to go after areas that we felt we needed to develop in.
Great. So, is there a specific method of professional development that you found most interesting or motivating?
Yeah, I think that the ones that I went with that were sort of more hands-on. I think that more sort of more of a visual learner. So as far as going to things where we got involved in some of the workshops that were, and at the time I was involved in a lot of coaching and physical education. So those are the ones I sort of dealt with. But I also found some of the other ones that were, because when I first started teaching, I was teaching senior history, so I found some of those were pretty good too, based a little bit on maybe my lack of training in my methods courses at the University of BC.
Perfect. Do you have any advice for the graduating class of 2014 about staying motivated to keep growing?
Yeah, I think that you got to be careful. I think that one of the reasons I left the school system, I'll be quite frank here, is I felt that a lot of people that I were working with were sort of not really trying to grow at all professionally. I think you have to go to those things that with an open mind. I think if you get 1 or 2 things from a workshop, it's good. Or it might even give you an idea when you have opportunities to do some curriculum development with the district. I think it makes you, even though it takes you out of your comfort zone. I know I did a few times where I had to write some curriculum that probably, I'm not sure I had the expertise to do it, but it made me work a little bit harder. So I think that when you have those opportunities, I think you have to take them, and I think you have to continually try to do new stuff. It's changing all the time. I mean, there's lots of things out there that it's hard to keep up with the technology, although I'm not so sure that all the technology is a good thing, because it all depends on at the end of the day, I think that what happens in the classroom, in order to get the point across, you have to have control of the kids. So I think any of those things that the graduating class go to down the road, and not to get discouraged, I think that they have to take on new things, and when those things are offered.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, Doug.
Okay.